Good morning, Mind Body Food Likers. It's a walk and talk, except I'm not walking at this moment. I've just stopped to savor the moment. I know a lot of people keep hearing that buzzword, mindfulness, and a lot of people think that mindfulness is meditation, but it's not. It's a style of meditation. It is not just meditation. There are so many different styles of meditation that you can practice. Mindfulness is just simply one of them. But instead of using the word mindfulness, I like using the word savor. It's like when we're eating and we want to enjoy the pleasure of the food. It's like the cephalic phase digestive response. Before we even put the food into our mouths, we take the time to look at it. We take the time to smell it. We take the time to arouse our senses and stimulate our digestive enzymes and juices because we are savouring the look and the feel of the food in our mind's eye. So we're stimulating our digestive response merely from taking in the visual of that food before even putting it into our mouths and then getting into the taste and the texture and the aroma of it. So just translating that eating process to every moment in your life if you choose, but just one moment, and instead of being mindful of that moment, how about savouring that moment? Savouring the smells in the air, the sounds of nature around you, which I can hear now. I'm sure you can hear the birds. Just savouring this beautiful, clear blue sky. There are no clouds. It is just beautiful. Just savouring this feeling of energy in my body after a half an hour walk. I have pulses of energy just buzzing around my legs, and it's quite a lot chillier here than it was 2 weekends ago when I was in Townsville doing a walk and talk. It was a lot hotter than I was just wearing a t-shirt. This morning it is very crisp. Just savouring that cool lightness in the air and the atmosphere around me. There's a lot more cars in this area than there was in Townsville when I was walking the other weekend. So just savouring that, just being aware of, this is where I live, this is the area that I live in, and there's nature around me. There is life around me. And I feel alive. I feel alive and buzzing with energy throughout my muscles because I've been outside savouring not just the moment of walking, the moment of having that time, that quality time with myself, but also savouring the ability that I can do that. And it's probably sometime after 8 o'clock now, and I'm able to do this. And I just wanted to come over here in the middle of this park, sit on this bench, and just savour this moment in my life and all of the wonderful things around me, as well as the feelings of gratitude within me that this is my life and I'm in a great place. And for the first 35 years of my life, up to 6 years ago, the first 35 years of my life were not good places. I had moments of goodness and moments of feeling okay, but I never savoured them. I never took the time to really tune into those moments because they were so few and far between. And now that I changed my thinking, I challenged my mental programming, I really confronted my fears and the limiting beliefs that I was living under, the paradigm that I had acquired of my worth and what life was about for me from my early childhood upbringing and then the experiences that I had. In those moments, I never really savoured the good times because I didn't feel worthy of them. I didn't feel good enough to have them. And I was always wondering around the corner, when is this going to fall apart? When are things just going to turn to shit again? And in the last 6 years, since really doing the work, doing the mental programming, challenging and changing my thoughts, changing my belief system to one that is more relevant and accurate to who I am now and who I strive to be, to serve others, from the belief system that I was just stuck in, thinking that that was my lot. Life has changed. Life has become so much better. And I want to savor this moment because I am almost feeling this sense of overwhelming gratitude welling up inside of me, because life now is whatever I choose it to be. And on Saturday at my women's wellness event, where we were talking about depression, anxiety and chronic stress in daily life, and antidepressant medication compared to holistic therapies as a side supportive system. There is no right or wrong way if you have anxiety or depression. We've done for the last 6 decades what we thought we had to do. We went to the doctor, we told them how we were feeling, and they prescribed medication. And yes, they will work for a short period of time, and they will work for some people. Long term, they do damage to the brain. Long term, they still mask symptoms until the body goes through an adaptive process and then starts to withdraw, and we have new symptoms arising that can either be treated with new medication, more medication, or masked with other things. So just talking about those things on Saturday and seeing the open-minded women who joined us, and one man, I can't forget the one man who turned up on Saturday asking if he could join. It was wonderful to have him there. Men are not immune to stress, anxiety and overwhelm and depression either. They need just as much support as women. But we have to start somewhere, and if we start with the nurturers, then maybe the nurturers can help to take care of the others once they actually understand truly what it means to take care of themselves and nurture themselves. It was so nice to see all of those people on Saturday be there and open their minds, open their hearts, and understand that wherever they are in this moment, that's exactly where they need to be. To allow and accept themselves to be who they are, to be okay with where they're at in their own personal journeys. It was so lovely to see that and to see how open they were to looking at new ways, holistic ways, to take care of their mind and body, to manage their stress, to accept where they're at, to practice self-care, to do the emotional work, to release the energy that is blocking their ability to thrive, to process what needs to be processed in the body, to then be able to let it go and feel free and light and energized and positive that they can create change in their lives. I've done it. And the last 6 years of my life have been the best years of my life so far. I am so grateful to the 35 years that preceded that, because it got me to that point where I was then strong enough to do the work, to do what needed to be done, and keep hoping and believing that life could be better. So just remembering that it's up to you to change your life. Nobody else can do it for you, and you can do it. You can create the kind of life for yourself that you want, that you deserve, and that you have the ability to do, but you have to believe that you can do it. And that's not easy, but if you start with one thing, just one thing, doing one thing every day consistently, consciously, and savouring how it makes you feel confident, then you can create change. That small little ripple effect can create waves in your life. And that's what I want you to cling to. That's what I want you to keep reminding yourself of, that you can create change. It's not going to happen overnight. We are a nation of wanting quick fixes, but it doesn't work that way. So if you're prepared to go there, if you're prepared to feel your feelings, and if you're prepared to delve into what do they mean? What are you holding on to that really deserves to be put back in the past where it belongs? If you can do that, just starting with one thing, then you can change your life. And then you can savor so many more moments. This has been your food for thought and walk and talk, even though I haven't been walking while I've been talking this video. Next time. I hope it's given you some inspiration, something to ponder today and take with you as you start to really become more aware of what's going on up in your head. Is it serving you? Is it not serving you? And then choosing to get rid of it if it's not, and changing the belief system, changing the thoughts to ones that do serve you and nourish you to the kind of life that you want to have. Take care, everyone. Bye.